So, with that in mind, let us begin now, shall we? Let us play some more and potentially finish up after I return to the title screen. Okay, here we go. Ōkami. Let's do this. Demon thing. Hello there, everybody. This is General Snivy, and welcome back to more of the Ōkami HD playthrough. Last time, we defeated the two owl demons that were plaguing this land and turning this into an icy landscape of doom and sadness. And after that happened, this giant freaking Ark appeared out of nowhere, and it was like, "Hi, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Let's hop on our gay cruise and have a gay old time." And after that appeared, I went ahead and took care of all the most wanted lists. Took care of all of them. Got most of the rewards except for one from the samurai who, yeah, I couldn't get the reward from him for some weird reason. So we're just going to leave him alone and just ignore him for the rest of time. Anywho, in today's session, we're going to potentially be wrapping up this game once and for all, because we're going to be heading into the final major area of the game, the Ark of Yamato. And I meant to start this session earlier this morning. However, Mother Nature was like, "Yeah, you're going to be waiting a while, sweetheart, before you even think about wrapping up this wonderful, beautiful game." And the reason why I say this is because my internet got knocked out for a while this morning, and I wasn't sure exactly when or if my internet was going to come back at all. So initially I canceled today's stream, but around 9 a.m. was when my internet got restored. And I was in the middle of rendering yesterday's session of Ōkami HD when the internet came back. So, at the very least, I managed to essentially send two birds to the Shadow Realm with one stone. So, in other words, I actually got something done today during the time I was without internet. So, at the very least, I was able to do something. And during that time, I played through some more Persona 3 Reload. So, with that out of the way, let's finally board the Ark of Yamato. The long-awaited ending of the game. But wait, Emmy! You know what'll happen if you cross this rainbow bridge and board the Ark of Yamato, don't you? I mean, that boat is bad news. The people of Kamui all know that. It's the most hated and feared thing in all the land. Even legends have nothing good to say about it or Lauchi Lake. And you know there's no turning back once you board that thing. And he's absolutely right. Be sure to keep this in mind before boarding. Huh? You look like you want to say something resolved. You mean you've got the resolve to pass the point of no return? You want to have the resolve? Yes, I do. Because I've already made my backup save. I have my primary save ready to go. Let's do this. I see. Well, I guess this is it then. And another thing too, when it comes to this session, this will likely be on the shorter side because I'm not 100% sure how long this is going to take. I'm going to say 2 hours, maybe, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Might be a little bit longer. Even so, once the game ends, then that's the end of the stream, but you'll know it when we get there. For now, let's go. Emmy, don't you go dying like you did 100 years ago. Of course. Hello, Metroid. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it, and I'm happy to see that you're here to witness the finale of Ōkami HD. Wait a second, Emmy. Well, we've been through a lot together. How long's it been since we first met? It all started in the valley of Sakuya's chest. Then we laid the smackdown on Orochi, than that fox wench. We even went inside an emperor's body and traveled to the bottom of the sea. Then, before I knew it, I found myself back in my own land. And now it all ends with the appearance of the legendary Ark. But for you, it's just the start of an even greater adventure, which is absolutely true because the Ōkami sequel is now a thing. Anyway. Sorry, Emmy. I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye. What do you mean? Come on now, don't talk like that. As I told you from the beginning, I joined you so that I could steal those 13 brush techniques of yours. We found them all during our travels. And now, each and every one has been etched into my mind. Aww, thanks. It's not like I've mastered them yet, but I plan on having loads of fun with my newfound skills. It's a bit sad to see you go, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Take care of yourself, pal. She's like, no way. No, Emmy, no. Look, you're a god. I'm a sprite. We live in completely different worlds. The road ahead may be a tough one, but it's one you're just gonna have to walk alone. I know. It's just, I got things I need to do too, you know. Now, let's wrap this up. I can't stand long goodbyes. Farewell, my furry friend. Hold it right there, Furball! How many times do I have to tell you? We gotta go our separate ways! Now leave me alone, you thick-headed lump of fur! She's like, no way, man! He's right, ma chérie. Your way lies with this Ark. Hello, Waka, we meet again! And it seems you finally decided to join us on this marvelous godlike journey. You again? At last, a path to the heavens has opened up. Oh, fantastique! Well, how long have I yearned for this moment? 200 years? No, it must have been much longer. Bah! What are you babbling on about now, you big fruitcake? A path to the heavens? On that creepy old hunk of junk? What a fitting exit for a half-baked prophet like you. I have no idea what you're up to, and frankly, I don't care. I'm not a part of this anymore, so I'm gonna split. Have fun, you two. Redo. Afraid of the legendary Ark, are we? I'm gonna say yes. What did you say? Well, if you must go, then go. Besides, only those worthy of the trip up to the heavens may board the fabled Ark of Yamato. You never had a ticket, and you never will. Why, you witless two-bit hat-baked prophet! You're just trying to trick me into getting on that stupid boat! I'm not gonna fall for something like that! I'm no fool! So there! Wait a sec, I know! Maybe I should just hop on board your little boat. Yeah, and then I should tear the place apart as a little parting gift to you. Whoa! Damn, dude, talk about an ancient bug zapper. Don't blame me. I already told you. Only those worthy of the trip to the heavens may board. But you didn't need me to tell you that, my little bouncing friend. You know very well why you can't board this Ark. Do I not speak the truth, little celestial envoy? How the hell did you know that? Uh-oh. Well, it's about time. Uh-oh. Ah! Well, hopefully you can swim. You alright, buddy? That was a pretty nasty fall. My little friend! I have another prophecy for you. Listen up, because this will no doubt come in handy for you. It takes two to tango. The bond of the brush shall interside whatever. Boom, baby. Now that's a thumbnail. I thought I'd give you the long version since it was my last. Pretty good, don't you think? I was gonna say that. You know what they say, two minds think alike. Those unwilling to fulfill their own destiny cannot board the ferry to the celestial plane. Life is all about resolve. Outcome is secondary. It is resolve that determines the value of your life. You have no doubt met many such resolute people in your journeys. God, I cannot read today. Well, my little bouncing friend, I must bid you adieu. A la bourre. Shall we, ma chérie? We have a date with destiny, and we mustn't keep her waiting. So long, my friend. Until we meet again. I'll miss you. Aww, poor Amy. It's not that I can blame her. I mean, Isun and Amy really bonded with each other throughout this entire journey. It truly is something, you know? Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog. And, of course, we got another free trophy for boarding the Ark of Yamato, aka the final dungeon. And, as he soon said, this is the point of no return. So even if you wanted to go back, you can't do so. The entire entrance is blocked off, so keep that in mind. My goodness! I can hardly believe it! My eyes may have been enveloped in darkness all this time, but I know when I see a divine being before me. Ōkami Amaterasu, you've returned home! I, Marco, would like to welcome you on behalf of all Celestials. And it's nice to meet you, my friend, Celestial being Marco. Oh, I made a mistake. I said that you'd return home, but of course I was wrong. This is the inside of the dreaded Ark which fell from the heavens. It is nothing like our wonderful home, the Celestial Plane. Excuse me. Alas, only my spirit remains in this world. It's been imprisoned here for many years. Perhaps it was my destiny. Ōkami Amaterasu, I'd be so grateful if you bestow upon us a small gift. Not only for me, but for the others who succumb to death. In exchange, I will give what I can. I'm sure that it would lift everyone's spirits. Hello, Super Colex. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. And yeah, I did post on my Blue Sky as well as my Twitter saying, hey, I'm going to be going live today. Well, after the first initial cancellation because Mother Nature decided to pull the rug under my feet and knock me down and call me Fanny. But anyway, let's give an offering and see what we got. Let's offer Demon Fangs first. And from this guy, we can buy the ever-elusive Water Tablet. An ancient tablet that allows one to walk across the water's surface. So, of course, I will be buying it. But when I eventually save the game to start a New Game Plus file, I'll probably put this in a second save file just to test the theory and see whether or not I can carry this with me. Bleh, to see if I can carry this particular item with me to New Game Plus. If I can, great. If I can't, then I can't. That would really suck, wasting all those demon fangs for a frickin' water tablet that I can't even use. But hey, it is what it is. It was like that in the original PS2 release, and the only reason I was even able to use it during a New Game Plus run was thanks to Action Replay, hacking the item into my inventory. Alright, let's see. Can't sell anything, but I can buy the last divine instrument, the Tundra Beads. Rosemary that calls upon the power of ice. Nice. Yoink! And give me the frickin' gold dust, my dude. I'm gonna be powering up a bunch of weapons, or a couple of weapons with it. So first off, give me that, and instead of powering up this weapon right here, I'm going to power up the Trinity Mirror as well as the Eighth Wonder. And the reason why I'm going to be doing that is because, again, it's a just-in-case measure, just to be absolutely certain that, just to see and test the theory that these final tier weapons, whether or not they do carry on to New Game Plus or not in the HD remaster. Because I know that they did not in the original PS2 release. I also have no knowledge on New Game Plus when it comes to the Wii release of the game, or the PS3 re-release. So, that's something I'm going to go ahead and mention right here and now. So, if anyone was wondering anything whatsoever when it came to the Wii or PS3 re-releases of Ōkami HD, there you go. I know absolutely nothing when it comes to those particular re-releases. Anyway, let's move on. And of course, there is a save mirror here. But one thing to keep in mind is that, as mentioned previously, this is a one-way trip. So, if you're going to save here, save it in a new save slot, which is something I'm going to do right here on slot 4. And the reason why? Again, one-way ticket. If you want to go back, you're going to have to reload. You're going to have to either reload an earlier save file, finish the game, or start a whole new playthrough. Either way, it's something worth mentioning. And as you can see, we have several murals here of all the different bosses of whom we fought up to this point in the game. And in order to make this centerpiece active, what we're going to need to do is defeat each and every single boss, once again, whom we previously fought. So that is something to keep in mind. I was going to do something. What the hell was it? Let's see. Using the water tablet now would be kind of useless. This is also a useless item to have equipped at this point in time because, again, Issun is not with you. So really, the three items or the holy artifacts that I have now, they're going to be my best bet to ensure my survival and my best chance at success. So, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I am going to go ahead and switch weapons. Although, maybe I'm going to go ahead and equip the new holy weapon right here. Just so we have something handy to have. And also to show off the final weapon in the entire game. So, why the heck not, right? Goodness, if I'm not mistaken, you're from our home, the Celestial Plane. It's you, Ōkami Amaterasu. Who would have thought we would meet again after all this time? All my waiting under the dark, cold ice has paid off. We Celestials may have lost our physical form, but our spirits live on and are with you for all eternity. Hello there, celestial being Hakuba. We were heartbroken after the battle on the celestial plane when you fell to this world with that monster. We managed to escape before it happened, but little did we know the tragedy that was about to befall us. After we ran away from the battle, we boarded the Ark of Yamato hoping to get away. But not long after we set sail, countless monsters appeared from the depths of the Ark. Having nowhere to run, all of us were devoured by the monsters. This Ark, which was built by the lunar civilization, turned out to be a cargo ship designed to transport thousands of monsters. Not long after setting sail, the Ark lost its rudder and plummeted down to this world. The Celestials on board, each and every one of us, were slain. I don't know why the Moon Tribe built such a thing, but when the Ark fell to this world and brought such tragedy, well, it was nothing short of a disaster. Ōkami Amaterasu, it seems that the Ark has begun to move again after all this time. But this place is like a nest of dark beings. Please, take care not to be sucked into the darkness. Of course, don't worry about it, my friend. Even as a spirit, the nightmares continues. After we ran away from battle, we were boarded, okay. I already know about this. Devoured by the monsters, everyone went bye-bye. Okay, anything else? I'm gonna say no, screw it. Let's just go. Alright. Well, with that in mind, there's not much else we can really do now. We got plenty of healing items, which I don't think we're going to need at all whatsoever. Money is basically meaningless, so with that in mind, let's head on out and head up to the first boss battle. And according to the insignia as we've seen on the wall, it looks as though that particular boss is none other than that frickin' Ninetales wench. And I was right. Here we go. And this is probably going to be a harder boss than what we fought previously. You know, now that I think about it, you know what, never mind. I was going to say it would probably be a far easier idea to use the Thunder Blade that I have in my possession, but really, there's no need to do that. Well, that was badly timed. Screw it. Just tank it. Just tank it all. Well, couldn't quite clear every single one of them, or really any of them whatsoever. But that's okay. It's not a big deal. You really think you can beat me with that puny little thing? Yeah, think again, buddy. And also, just like the first battle against the Ninetales, it will also try to intercept you when it comes to your Celestial Brush techniques, so be sure to keep that in mind. So if you're going to use one of your techniques, be sure to make it quick. Otherwise, the Fox Wench is going to murder you. And it ain't going to be fun in the least bit. Okay, still got a bit of a ways to go. I'm surprised that counted as a block. I guess it's a good thing that I decided to hold off on doing the Ark of Yamato until today. Because, again, I had no idea how long this is going to take. Like I said numerous times throughout this entire playthrough so far, it's been a very long time since I've last played this game. So in other words, it's been a while. Come on, really? Whatever. Goodbye. And that takes care of all 9 tails. Okay, still doing the whole lightning rod thing, huh? Didn't expect that. But of course, I'm going to say that they're going to try to do it even faster than ever. Okay, deed is done. First major boss down, on to the next. I'm surprised that counted as like a little itty-bitty sapling. What's up with that? You know what, that's okay. It's not like that matters all that much. I mean, it sort of does matter, but at the same time, it's really nothing to worry about. Okay. That was relatively smooth, all things considered. Well, now that that first boss has been taken out, time to get ready to move on to the next. One other thing worth mentioning too is don't be afraid to slash and slice and dice these pots after the battle is over. This way you're able to recover and gain some additional health if you happen to lose any during the fight. Ōkami Amaterasu! It seems one of the dark beings has disappeared. If only all the evil power would leave our midst. Then I'm sure the Ark would return to the celestial plane. I was ready for immortality, but now it seems the time has come for my spirit to take leave. It's brought joy to my heart to have met you before I depart. I hope that you will return to the celestial plane, Amaterasu, and that you will bring light to this world once more. See you later. You thought Ōkami was the wolf's name, right? Yes, actually, that is their first name. Their full name is Ōkami Amaterasu. However, throughout the game, Isun, as well as many other people, have referred to Ōkami as just Ami. Why Ami? Because that's a good name. It's a fun little nickname, pretty easy to remember. You can also keep calling them Ōkami if you so wish. That's up to you. By the way, these bosses don't need to be taken down in any particular order. You can just do whatever order you see fit. Ah, so that's why you were confused. Perfectly fair enough, Super Colix. Fair enough. Alright, off we go. Off to the next fight. If anyone remembers this guy, he's a real beauty right here. Ooh. And here I thought he was going to attack and everything. By the way, despite us fighting these bosses and stuff again, one thing to keep in mind is that they will try to utilize their gimmicks. So in other words, if you know exactly how to defeat them before, and you know any sort of speedrunning tactics, then utilize them here. They'll come in real handy, that much is for certain. And here I thought they were going to charge at me. One more thing worth mentioning too is that there are certain elemental weaknesses or just certain elemental abilities that you should not use against these guys whatsoever. If you're worried about accidentally giving them additional health or attack power or something like that, or doing something really, really dumb, then by all means, unequip any of those final tier of weapons and just go back to the previous tier. It's really not that bad. In fact, they're quite comparable to their originals, or they're quite comparable to their final counterparts. They stand on their own 2 feet, is what I'm trying to say here. Gotta say, that was pretty damn smooth. Just too bad we didn't finish it in a timely manner, but hey, that's okay. That's perfectly fine, man. It's perfectly fine. Alright, off we go. That's another fight down. On to the next one. I am happy to see that, we didn't take any damage that whole fight, which, that makes things super convenient. You know? That just means we can jump into the next fight that much faster. Although, I do recommend saving after every fight, because you never know when you might accidentally kick the bucket for either doing something dumb, or the bosses just simply overwhelm you, or you just can't figure them out. Either way, it's still something worth mentioning. Okay, let's move on to boss number 3. Which is this spider boss whom we fought a couple of additional times, believe it or not, towards the end of the last session. Anyway, it's you, Ōkami Amaterasu. I did wonder when the Ark began to move. Lo and behold, it's the guardian of our home, the Celestial Plane. Hello there, Celestial being Sato. Or is it Sato? I'm gonna say Sato. That just sounds more appropriate to me. If anyone knows the actual pronunciation, feel free to let me know. Anyway, why did such a tragedy befall us? This Ark was built by the lunar civilization as a rescue boat. It has been enshrined in the Celestial Plane for many years. We believed it would be safe. In order to ensure our future existence, we fled to the Ark when the monsters attacked us. How could we have known this Ark would become our coffin? I don't know. Maybe it was our destiny. Perhaps it was all decided from the start. Who knows? That monster, Orochi, who attacked the Celestial Plane, had suddenly come flying across the sea of stars. And after destroying our people and our homeland, it went on to cause pain and suffering in this world. And... I just got an email from YouTube. Action requested. Launching a new feature that allows you to share channel and audience data. Okay. I'll have to read more into this later. So, again, just wanted to be sure that I didn't get a copyright claim or something, or worse. Anyway, let's continue. Perhaps it was all pre-oriented by the Moon Tribe. Okay, it looks like this is more of a repeat of what he was saying earlier, so no need to worry, let's move on. So what that email was about, I think it was YouTube introducing a brand new feature that they want me to look into, which I will do after today's stream. All right, let's go on to this fight. And like I mentioned previously, we actually fought this particular creature a few times, actually, towards the very end of the last session. Oh my god. That missed? Really? Damn it. If you could, you would love to watch the Sonic the Hedgehog movies with me. Yeah, I know what you mean. Those are some really good live-action adaptations of the Sonic the Hedgehog movies, for sure. Are they the best movies in the world? No, not at all. But, even so, they're still very enjoyable and well worth the watch. Oh, come on, really? There wasn't even any shaking. Screw you, game. Whatever. This is fine. It's not like I lose that much health anyway, so no big deal. We got this. We more than got this, actually. Have I seen them yet? Yes, I have. I've seen all 3 of the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. I'm talking about the live-action ones. I'm definitely looking forward to the 4th one whenever that gets released. I would love to see that movie in theaters for sure. Okay, best to jump off now. Okay, didn't expect that. But then again, maybe I should have, because that optional boss whom we fought not that long ago did the same sort of thing. So, there you go. I also find it kind of crazy how, you know, despite the fact that there are so many different flower things around here, god damn it. It's kind of crazy to think that you don't even need to use all of them in order to snag this thing open at all. It's like you only need 3 and bada bing bada boom, you're all set. Just keep in mind though that this guy will try to snap these vines at some point, so if you take too long, then oh dear, you're going to be in a world of hurt. There we go. I've been waiting for this! God damn it. Jumped on the flower bud. In Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Jim Carrey played Dr. Robotnik and Gerald. That's true, he did. And I also absolutely love that 4th wall break he did. That was pretty hilarious. I mean, seriously. That was probably the best 4th wall break I've ever seen. It was absolute cinema. Oh my god, seriously? Grab the frickin' vine, you fool! It's like 2 characters being played by the same actor! I know, right? That was the best joke in the whole movie, hands down. Ah, god damn it. I was hoping to finish the fight right then and there. Well, one more cycle and then this will be done and over with. I'm surprised I was able to get that to connect. But hey, here we are. Hit the thing, damn it. Thank you. And goodbye. Phew. That took longer than it should have. But hey, the deed is done. Ugh. Yeah, not the best fight out there, that's for sure. considering the amount of damage I took, plus the time, it was not great. I think if you want to get like a Cherry Blossom rank on both of those things, you're going to need to use those special items that deal damage to the enemies. In other words, highest damaging things, they go boom. If they don't go boom, then you're going to be in trouble. Something to that extent. I'm not sure. Then again, maybe those things don't work during boss fights. I wouldn't be surprised. And honestly, it would make a whole lot of sense. In fact, perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? No offense to Jim Carrey, you do like him, but does it ever feel like his character feels the exact same way if he's playing himself in every role? I don't know. Perhaps you're right. I mean, Jim Carrey is a good actor, but I guess if you watch too many movies featuring him, it does get tiring after a while. Which is fair. Anyway, Ōkami Amaterasu. I sense the presence of someone here on the Ark. Could it be that man from the Moon Tribe? I can feel his pain somewhere deep down inside this Ark. Amaterasu, you must save him without a moment's delay. You must stop the seeds of tragedy from being sown. In order for the evil in this world to be exorcised, the sun god Amaterasu must return to the celestial plane. I pray that you will watch over the world from the heavens, and that you will bestow peace upon us all. Don't worry, my friend, I will do just that.
Excuse me.
I hate those slow burps that feel like you're gonna puke in your mouth a little. It's kind of gross. And it's also a little bit concerning. Speaking of the heavens, you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. As do I. I too am a Christian, or more or less, I'm Catholic. I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and everything like that. I believe in the words of the Bible, and I believe in God. Sure, my faith's been tested many, many times, including now, where it's reaching its absolute peak. But, even so, I'm still keeping my faith as best as I possibly can. Because as long as I keep faith, everything will work out in one way or another. Even if it's not in life, it will most definitely be so in death. Alright, next fight is against the good old Orochi, aka True Orochi. So this is going to be another long one, ladies and gents. So this is the third time we've fought against Orochi. Kind of crazy, don't you think? But hey, I'm down. I'm down to throw down the face down. And of course, just like the previous forms of Orochi, this too will be a two-phase fight. And just like before, if you happen to know exactly how this works, splash some water into each of these heads' mouths, give them a nice big old drink, and they'll be hunky-dory. Just be sure to not get your brush confused and use the wrong ability at the wrong time. Otherwise, you're going to be in a world of pain. And also, another thing to remember too is that each of these heads during the first phase requires 2 drinks in order for them to pass out. Oh wow, okay. I didn't think I thought I would need to take on all 8 heads. But no, I guess that's only in phase 2. Okay, let's try this. No, greatly damage. Do it! There we go. That's how it's done. Now the true battle begins. I doubt that the Great Exorcism Slip will damage Orochi's heads right now. Although, I never really gave it a try. Use it. Well, you know, it worked out. I really should use these things more. But what can I say? I'm a bit of a stubborn bunny. Or you can say, in this case, a stubborn snake. I mean, I had like 7 of these, so might as well use them. Also, I'm pretty sure these exorcism slips only work after you get Orochi down and vulnerable. Perhaps this is what speedrunners do in order to get through these fights quickly, and that is to use these exorcism slips like no tomorrow. I guess this particular battle would be like the perfect time to use the water tablet if you happen to have one of those. Or if you happen to have the demon fangs to... Oh wow, that didn't kill him? Well, at least I was able to finish him off. Still, even without those exorcism slips, it's really not a difficult fight at all whatsoever. Here, have a nice drink on me. And boom goes the dynamite. Only got one great exorcism slip left. I could have bought more, sure, but I don't think I need those. Hell, I never really used them until now. So, no big deal. No big deal whatsoever. We still got the medium ones that can still deal a decent chunk of damage on their own. Oh really, Orochi now? I don't taste good. Stop it. Get some help. Have a drink. Okay, what are you saying now? You don't know if you can hear Jim Carrey talk outside the movies, but in your opinion, you think outside of his acting, you like to picture him as a motivational speaker. True. That's a good point. Yeah, that medium exorcism slip is still very effective. Even if it doesn't seem like it, it most certainly is. May not be as good as the large one, but who cares? There we go. And that's that. Orochi is no more. Sweet. Beautiful. That's what you gotta do. Exorcise the demon with lots and lots of exorcism slips. If you want the highest ranking possible. You can also use your super powerful weapons too. But... yeah. Oh, my butt! That's what I get for sitting in this chair for so long. Come on, there we go. There's another demon thing added to the collection. Phew. Well, that was something. And again, I can buy more of those slips, but I want to see what I can do without them for this next fight. Or maybe I'll just use whatever ones I have left. You never know. Maybe they'll come in handy. You never know. And like I said, you can choose to use them or choose not to. It's up to you. The exorcism slips just makes the fights go by faster and easier. I've been waiting for you, Ōkami Amaterasu. My fleeting spirit will disappear at any moment. I'm glad I was able to hold on long enough to meet with you. And say hello to the celestial being, Azumi. Long, long ago, you and Orochi fell together to this world. Then, you waited for the Chosen One to put an end to Orochi's life. You waited patiently for countless moons, until finally the Chosen One, Nagi, was born. See, what did I tell you? In the last session, that was my theory. And my theory was 110% correct. Anyway, together Together, you sent the monster of the moon to its fate. You didn't realize it, but that was just one ripple in the wave of darkness. It's exactly 100 years since the legend of Nagi. Excuse me? The monster was quietly recovering its strength for all those years, until it used Nagi's descendant Susanoo to complete its revival. And once again, it tried to destroy this world. Excuse me again. When you defeated it, the next stage of its plan began. It cursed the land with its evil power. And the world was soon overrun with monsters from the Ark. Orochi's evil essence was more than enough to power them all. The smoldering powers of darkness exploded through Nippon. And the world was thrown into a storm of chaos never seen before. After that, well, you saw with your own eyes. The evil powers that left those monsters you defeated have all gathered here in the Ark of Yamato. Exorcism of the roots of evil is a daunting task. Why did I say cask? Whatever. Anyway, you must keep your eyes open for what's in the center of it all. That I will, my friend. That I will. Have I seen Jim Carrey in A Christmas Carol? I have not. I've seen him in The Grinch, like the live action How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and in my opinion, I think it's just as good as the animated original movie, and I'm not talking the one by Illumination. I'm talking about the true OG. The one that's roughly 30 to 45 minutes long, aka what is considered to be the definitive one to watch every single year around the holiday season. Seriously? Oh, I get it. I need to put up the mist when the thing goes down, or when he's about to charge, like this. Oh, right. That was the easiest fight thus far. Holy shit. I did not expect that. Sweet. Who needs exorcism slips when you can crack that whip? Break your mother's back. Oh, jeez. Again, unexpected. Perhaps the intended order was to go from right to left. That would make sense. So I went from the hardest fight to the easiest. Neato. And now that all the spirits have been defeated, the Ark is now fully lit up like a frickin' Christmas tree. Funny how you mentioned Christmas not that long ago, Super Colex. It's kind of funny. Ōkami Amaterasu! It has begun at long last! The waves of darkness have finally begun to roll. All this evil power, I cannot hold on much longer. Amaterasu, there is one final thing I must tell you. The man of the Moon Tribe with the golden hair, I want you to tell him something. The Celestial will never forget how he fought alongside you when Orochi attacked. We are forever grateful. You would like to know Jim Carrey's opinion on Mike Pollock as Eggman. You know, I would love to know that opinion too. But, hey, someone ought to ask him one of these days if he ever does like one of them meet and greets, or hell, even one of those panels where fans go to ask him questions and things like that. I mean, it's possible. Someone's gonna ask him one of these days. Maybe it'll be me, maybe it'll be someone else. Excuse me. Anywho, I'm gonna take a quick drink before we head on off to the center platform and begin the final battle. Okay. Now with that in mind, it's time to head on up to the final battle. Ōkami Amaterasu. Just being able to see you with my own eyes. I can't tell you how much joy it brings me. Excuse me. It pains me that I can't remain with you until the end. But I know that you won't let us down. Now I must join the others, but I'll never forget you. And how you used to play in the fields in our homeland. I pray that you will always shine bright, Amaterasu. Thanks, Marco. See you again. So long, my friend. Off we go. Let's do this. Enter the blocked scene. This is interesting. You know, this makes sense considering this is the final boss. So, it not being able to show the final fight, yeah, that makes sense. Waka! Jeez, dude. Having a little fun, aren't you? But doesn't look like things are going too well right now. That ain't good. There you are, Amaterasu. I thought I could handle this before you arrived. But it seems I have met my match. This brings back memories, ma chérie. Remember when we faced Orochi together on the Celestial Plane? Behold! It is shrouded in darkness, but make no mistake. This is none other than Yami, the evil ruler of darkness. It was he who slew the Celestials on board this very Ark, and brought misfortune upon the land of mortals. Of course, it's too dark to see his true form now. And so it begins. The dreaded day of darkness is upon us. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Oh boy, here comes the eclipse. And no, it's not a cannon. That's a big, big ball. Let's go. Time to fight Yami, and no, we are not going to be playing him in a children's card game involving shadows. Whoa, okay, what the hell is happening? Oh, shit! Oh no. All of our celestial powers. What the hell, man? Jeez. Talk about unfair, you jerk. Oh shit. Distorted time and space brings about this phenomenon. This ill-fated day only occurs once every 100 years. Nobody, not even the gods, have the power to stop it. Little help here, Waka? That would be great! What the flip is that thing? Is that a fish? Oh shit! Yeah, Waka! Yeah! Still, I shall stand firm and fight this battle! For it was I who brought the Ark of Yamato to the celestial plane. But I was oblivious to the evil that lurked in its depths. I caused the death of countless innocent celestials and brought a curse upon the land of mortals. However, I cannot reset my actions nor undo the past. Come on, man! You can do it! Oof! Well, shit. Is he dead? Oh, no, he just slipped off his mask. Amaterasu. Orochi can only be defeated with the power of the Chosen One. That's what I told you, and you waited for me without question. You waited patiently in this land of mortals. You waited for the day that Nagi, the Chosen One, was born. You thought he was a she. It could be possible that Waka is indeed a she, but I don't know. I never really looked that deep into it, because there are plenty of male people out there who have long-ass hair like Waka. Sure, it's not the most fashionable of fashions, but still, I'm just saying, some men like having their hair super long. You know? Anyway, you believed in me despite knowing that I count myself among the ranks of the accursed moon tribe who had escaped from the lunar realm. I was deeply moved by your earnest spirit. That is why my faith in you has not waned since that fateful day when we engaged Orochi in battle side by side. You like having your hair completely bald? Huh. Well, good on you. Whatever hairstyle you like is entirely up to you. Amaterasu, you must return to the celestial plane. You must do so in order to bring peace to this world. Oof! Damn! Oh. Well, shit. There goes Waka. I guess no more blitzball for you, my friend. But thank you. You'll have to catch me in a little bit, whenever ads pop up. Fair enough, my friend. Fair enough. Anyway, thanks, Waka, for everything you've done. I shall avenge your death! Your sacrifice shall not be in vain. And believe me, when it comes to defeating this thing, it ain't gonna be easy, that's for sure, because this thing loves bouncing around like a frickin' trampoline, or a former X-Defiant player, or even a Call of Duty player. Oh, hello. I guess beating it enough will grant us back some of our celestial powers. This one retrieved rejuvenation. So in other words, I think... Okay. Oh, I get it. Rejuvenation, which is restoring the battle arena. Okay, I can't quite do that yet. I guess once he breaks away more and more of the arena, I can easily just restore it bit by bit, piece by piece. If I have to guess what happens if you happen to fall, then you just simply respawn. Nothing bad happens. You just lose a little bit of health, and that's that, as they say, is that. Really now? I know the writers of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 actually had the balls to kill off Maria. Yeah, that's true because in the actual Sonic lore, she does perish. Although she perished in a bit of a different way. Instead of dying on the Ark, she died in a bunker instead. And there we go. We simply recovered a Power Slash. That's awesome. Boom! Boom goes the dynamite. Now we can finally reflect these damn missiles. Where are the freaking missiles? Sorry, I had to do it. There we go, all fixed up. And there we go, another power has been reclaimed. What will we get this time? Excuse me. Freaking snot, slim. Okay, green sprout. In other words, now we can draw the power of the sun and expose the real freaking creature from deep within. Just gotta be sure to get out before he decides to make things go boom. Otherwise, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Sure, I probably could have used an exorcism slip right then and there, but where's the fun in that? Besides, I don't think it would have mattered all that much in the end. There we are. And there we go, he's done. Or is he? Well, just like with every other boss fight ever, or final boss ever, I'm pretty sure this thing has a second phase, and yep, I was right. It most certainly does. And unfortunately, we can't quite manipulate the power of water yet. As stupid as that is, it's true. I'm sure we'll be able to recover that power soon enough. Ow. Really, dude? Really? By the way, I don't know if exorcism slips will work against this guy. I'm going to say yes, they will, because it worked on every other boss fight. So why would this one be any different? Cherry Bomb! Cherry Bomb has been recovered. Okay, I need to draw a bigger Cherry Bomb to make it closer. Okay, that was too close. Well, whatever works. Okay, let's actually give this a try. Exorcism Slip, go! Okay, that did little to no damage. Huh. I guess it really didn't work out all that well. Then again, maybe I'm just being cuckoo crazy. If anyone has any guesses, feel free to share. Retrieve the water spout. Excellent. Now we can finally put out his blaze of frickin' glory. Boom, baby. Ah, damn it! I hate getting stuck. Well, that sucked. What a big waste of time. Oh well, at least we recovered another ability. Which is... the Crescent. Crescent Moon. Okay. Should have known that wasn't going to work. I thought he was going to do another swing. Note to self, use cherry bombs next time he becomes vulnerable. I think that's pretty obvious, but still. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, that actually did do a little bit of damage. So overall, not too bad. There we go. And beautiful. On to phase 3. Man, my hands are really starting to sweat. Okay, what you got now? Oh, I get it. God damn it. It's a slot machine. I love slot machines. What? Well, that most certainly could have been better. Oh, that's right. I don't have Gale Wind yet. Dang it. And by the way, using your... Oh, okay. That somehow worked out? Neat. Whatever, I'll take it. Oh, man, that feels good. Alright, Gale Storm is ours. Perfect time to use it, too. Do I go to, Do you go to panels? Unfortunately, no, I don't. Well, that certainly could have gone better. Since I live in Maine, there's not too many opportunities to go to a panel of any kind, really. So... More ice, huh? That ain't so nice. But at the very least, I did get one of those things. So it's not all bad. Again, unfortunately, we can't deal a whole lot of damage right now. Not until we manage to get lucky like that. And as far as I know, there's no way to slow down these panels. Not yet, anyway. There we go, another ability, which is the Inferno. Oh, really now? Well, whatever works. Oh, wow, that was lucky. Well, managed to skip that phase. Love to see that. You've never been for one, but you've seen panels on YouTube. As have I. I've also seen a few panels, too. So anyway, we got our ability to Veil of Mist back. Sweet. So now we can finally slow down time. Ah, dang it. Welp. That was unfortunate. No biggie. Can still damage him this way. Okay, not too bad. On to the next. Okay, just gotta wait. Oh man, I hit the frickin' ice. Okay, 2 out of 3 ain't too bad, but it most certainly could have been a hell of a lot better for sure. Man. I hate ice so much. It ain't nice. Man, I hit the frickin' panel again. Because I'm thinking that I'm trying to hit the one panel. But in my panic, I end up hitting 2. God damn it, froze myself again. Man, I hate that. Okay, let's not panic and let's just wait a few moments. Okay. Good enough. Oh man, hardly did any damage there, I swear. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and switch my weapon out. Because I know I swear I only did like minimum damage there. Whew, okay. That phase is done. On to the next. Oh, so you want to act like the Ninetales, huh? Okay, then. Bring it on! Excuse me. You! Oh, okay. Looks like we'll regain the ability to climb up walls soon. Although I really don't like the fact that I can't really get a good running start and be able to dodge anything. I swear, it just seems like this dodge move is kinda next to useless. Ow. Okay. Only bone medium is more than enough to heal me at that point. Sure, it may not have seemed like it was 100% necessary, but better safe than sorry, you know? God, I really wish I could do something about this stupid frickin' laser cannon thing. But no, I can't seem to do anything about it yet. Okay, yeah, this Rosemary weapon is not working out so hot. I know it seems kind of strange, but trust me, there's a reason why I switched to a double glaive loadout. Just to get the fast charge and get some additional damage in. And we retrieved Catwalk. Good. Happy to see that. I know, God damn it. I know I saw a treasure chest not that long ago, Game, I did not want to go slice and dice. Ooh, Golden Peach. Fills the Astral Pouch instantaneously. So in other words, it's like a full restore, sort of. Like a free revive. So if we were to die for some weird reason, which is a very real possibility, it won't be a big deal because I can instantly restore myself. Again, I just wish this stupid thing would stay open for long enough for me to hit it a couple of times. One other thing worth mentioning too is that that cockpit will only stay open for a limited time. Not only this, but even if you try to take your time with your Celestial Brush and try to use Chaos Control, it's clearly not going to work. So that's something to keep in mind. Oh, there we go. Another Celestial Brush power has been recovered. What do we get this time? Please be the Thunder Redirect thing. And it is! Thunderstorm! Awesome! And since my primary weapon just so happens to have thunder capabilities, awesome! Time for a zappity zap zap! Sweet. Another brush technique has been successfully recovered. What do we get now? That would be the Blizzard. And no, I'm not talking about Activision Blizzard. I mean the actual Blizzard, which is sweet. A Vengeance Slip. Temporarily deflects enemy attacks. It'll be useful. In fact, might as well go ahead and use it. You know, I just realized I really should go ahead and use this again. Use another heal. I'm pretty sure the Blizzard is supposed to do something for one of the attacks here. Well, I didn't mean to do that. But whatever works. Phew! Damn, that was a rough fight. But looks like the deed is finally done. Yami is donezo. Not bad, Furball. Well, you know the drill. Let's have one of those famous howls of yours. Oh, that's right. Soon isn't here. Aww. Poor baby. I want to give her a hug right now. Oh, shit! Are we really doing this again? Jesus, man! Why won't you stay down, you stupid dark freak? Well, damn. Looks like all the Celestial Brush Gods are dead. Great! As if things couldn't get any worse. Ugh. Is the game really over? No. No way, man. We ain't giving up. We've come way too far for this to end now. This is World War III. Agreed, Super Colix. Agreed. Ah, that furball is always spacing out like that. Emmy can't get anything done without my help. Soon? How are you here? Is that doggy crying somewhere, sis? Is that why the sunshine has disappeared? I haven't seen the doggy for a while now. Am I saying there's no such thing as God's cause all this? Snowy, the whole digging king! I never dreamt that you were a god! You're gonna make Hayabusa a nervous wreck! If you didn't get that sun shining again soon! Amaterasu, thanks to you, we can protect our village by ourselves. But you must stay strong and triumph over evil. Why did I say evil? I don't know. Anywho, for the K9 warriors so deeply wish to see you once more. That god sure was burning with passion. I don't know what happened, but if that mongrel doesn't come out of hiding, I'll have to send up a really big one to reignite that passion. Oh, so that wolf was really a god. Perhaps I should have made an offering of my bamboo ware. It may be my fault that the sun has ceased to shine. No, it can't be true, buddy. Don't blame yourself there. Who would have ever thought that rascal was really Shiranui reborn? My, how that god loved my cherry cheeks, or cherry cakes. My god, what is wrong with me? Am I sick in the head? Anyway, could this darkness have could be caused by hunger? Chip. Uh-oh. The boss is praying. Snowy, did something happen to you? Why has the sun suddenly disappeared? Saito won't roll over and play dead for evil. Cherry cheeks. I'm glad you got a good laugh out of that, just like Susanoo right here. No brother of mine would dream of it. Something in your brushwork touches the heart, Iksun. You never abandoned your life as an artist after all. When one tries to master something, it ends in either success or failure. But it is in the attempt itself where you find the true value, which is absolutely true for every artist out there, especially in today's day and age, in the time of AI image generation, aka AI generated slop. No matter how your drawings turn out, so long as you've actually put in the work and the attempt to actually try, no matter how well or how bad it turns out, the point is, you did it yourself, and that is worthy of praise on its own. Anyway, believe in your own power and walk your own path. Soon, I say you have finally heeded your calling. Your resolve is plain to see in your drawing. It has the power to move people's hearts and inspire their faith in the gods. Amaterasu, their faith shall be your power. He did it! My grandson did it! Look at the spirit behind this beautiful brushwork. He truly deserves the title of Celestial Envoy. It's work like this that can show the true glory of the gods and guide people to the right path. There's one thing I'm sure of, Amaterasu. You found a much better companion than I could ever be. Okay, everyone, I know it's kind of hard to see in this darkness, but get a load of my latest work. Soon the Wandering Artist presents his interpretation of the great god Amaterasu. Can you hear me, Emmy? You're not floundering about without me, are ya? You gotta pull yourself together! I've finally chosen my path, and I have the resolve to see it through! I've started to roam the land as your, missionary. And also, you may not notice this, but Issun is in a three-dimensional plane, while everyone standing in the crowd right now, I think it's like a 2D background. You gotta love the illusion of a three-dimensional depth. Anyway, but you gotta take care of this, take care of things on your end too. Don't look so sad. Just psych yourself up like we always did, remember? Oops, almost forgot. Check these out, everyone! Excuse me. It's the great god Amaterasu descending from the heavens! Pretty good, huh? Emmy was smiling down from the sky just a little while ago. Something must have disturbed the fireball's concentration, though. That's why the world has gone dark. Without Emmy, we can't take a refreshing nap outdoors. Rice won't grow. Plants and flowers will wither. Laundry won't dry. Monsters will roam about like they own the place. In other words, our world will be a total mess. No one wants to live in a world like that. Especially me! So come on, everybody! Let's join together to call upon the great god. Let's show Emmy that we truly believe. Put your hands together and pray. Let's make our gratitude obvious. I mean, we shouldn't pray only when we want something. We should consider how the gods must feel once in a while. We should even take on some of their burden. If you pray with all your heart, maybe the sun will cheer up and show itself once again, lighting our world with its heavenly glow. After all, the best thing about the great god Amaterasu is that happy-go-lucky spirit. Right, Emmy? Answer if you can hear me, you big furball! What can I say other than, my friends are my power, and I'm theirs! If it ain't The Legend of Zelda, it's frickin' Kingdom Hearts. And hey, you know what? I'm okay with that. And thanks to the belief of the people of the world, the gods have all been restored. And thus our power has all but returned to us. Isn't it great? This must mean that the fun has officially begun. Ooh, pretty! Looks like Ami has truly awakened as the sun god. All hail almighty Ōkami Amaterasu! And thus the final battle has officially begun. And because of that almighty power, we now unfortunately do not have like the best equipment set up, but who cares? Luckily, so far, you're not running into any ads. Interesting. Well, on YouTube, unfortunately, I don't have the ability to run ads myself. Not yet, anyway. And that's the whole reason why I want to get back up to the 4,000 watch time hours mark, so that I can run ads again on my YouTube channel. Twitch, on the other hand, I still have my affiliate status. I'm sure our prayers have reached Emmy. I know they have. And I know that no matter how dark it gets where the god is now. Let's try this. Shine on. There's a big smile beyond the shining sun up there. Okay. So that's what I had to do. I had to shine a light in the darkness. That would make sense. Why didn't I think of that before? Good lord. Oi! Okay. Nice whiff. Okay, let's keep on rolling along and not die like an idiot. Okay, let's do this. Godly Charm. And hopefully we won't waste it. I say as I almost waste it. Oi! Oh, really? That didn't successfully deflect back at him? Oi! Oh well. It's fine. It's cool. So, one thing worth mentioning here is whenever the darkness starts to rise, unleash the power of the sun! Whew. Is it finally over? That looks like a yes. The deed is finally done. One last victory howl! Victory screech! I wonder what's going on over here. Hey! What do we have here? Looks like some sort of UFO and Waka! Fantastisch, Amaterasu! What a long and winding road winding road it's been, eh, Mashali? But at last our arch nemesis Yami, the Dark Lord who brought darkness upon the land of mortals, has been annihilated for all eternity. I must say, I was really surprised by your little bouncing friend. You couldn't have done it without him. I definitely agree with you there. Is that an alien spaceship? I don't know, maybe. Anyway, that tickles. Down, heel. You're gonna lick me to death. She's really happy to see Waka. Well, Amaterasu, time to embark to even stormier seas. Making the world a better place is never easy. You must return to the celestial plane and set things in order. Only then can you usher in a new age of peace in the mortal world. Our journey is far from over, Mashali. In other words, our journey has only just begun, and it will continue in the Ōkami sequel. And no, Ōkami Den does not count. Anyway, now, full speed ahead! First stop, the Celestial Plane! Alright, folks, looks like we're finally heading out. It's kind of crazy to think that defeating Yami also restored the Ark of Yamato to its former glory. Just wish it would also be able to bring back the people who lost their lives on the Ark, but alas, it is what it is. The path to heaven, eh? Kinda sounds like fun. You remember what I said the first time I met you, Emmy? There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. So I'm going, Furball, and there's no way you're gonna stop me. I'm gonna pull out all the stops and inspire people's faith in you. You're gonna have more believers than you know what to do with. You'll see. Until then, take care of yourself, you big furball! So long, my friend. Until we meet again. There it is, the celestial plane. Welcome to heaven, aka the place of which we will not be able to travel until eventually we get our hands on Ōkami sequel. And there we go, folks. That's the end of the game. And one thing I will go ahead and mention here is that when it comes to all re-releases of this game, excuse me, including the Wii re-release, they had to change out the song. Originally, the original song that played here was known as Reset. And when it came to the song itself, sadly, it was not included in any other release of the game, in an official capacity at least. If you want to hear the song, you'll either have to look it up on YouTube, or you'll have to play through the original PlayStation 2 release. However, in the HD remaster, it is possible to listen to the song again, but only in the Japanese version of the game. Even if you set your console region to Japanese, unfortunately, even that won't work. You have to own the Japanese version of the game in order to be able to hear the song Reset again. And I guess it's a good thing for me that I can't play the song here, because the song is copyrighted. So even then, it's still a wonderful song, and I highly recommend that you hear it. So after this session is over, and once I wrap things up for good when it comes to this game in particular, I'll look up the song myself, and I will just leave a link in a pinned comment on the VOD for the stream. So for those that want to listen to the song in full and how it was originally intended, you'll be able to do so by clicking the link in the pinned comment. I tend to do that sort of thing with the Kingdom Hearts games when it comes to their main themes, like Sanctuary, and also Simple and Clean. That's another one too, so there you go. There's that. And there is one other thing worth mentioning when it comes to the song Reset, and that is, if you happen to own the Steam HD re-release of this game, it is possible to mod that song back into the game by simply, well, like I said, installing a mod. And it is out there. All you need to do is just do a little bit of searching around, and don't listen to the AI suggested suggestion. I'm just saying, Google sort of is your friend in that regard. I'm sure you'll be able to find the mod to restore the Reset song. I'm just saying. It's worth a look, and I guess in that sense, that makes the Steam re-release of Ōkami HD the definitive version of Ōkami HD. Again, I really wish I could have played the song here, because it truly is a wonderful song that fits incredibly well with this credit sequence. And it does suck that due to licensing issues, they were not able to license the song internationally. It's only available in the Japanese HD re-releases of the game, including this whole credit sequence. And from what I've read online, I believe the Wii re-release of the game had an entirely different sequence. And it wasn't until the HD remaster starting on the PlayStation 3 where they were able to restore the original credit sequence, but not the song itself. So yeah, that is unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, that's good for me because, again, the whole copyright thing, but even so, it still sucks. I wish I could have played the song for you guys, even on Twitch, but unfortunately, I can't do that either. Sure, I could technically go and look up the song right now and then play it via desktop audio, but yeah, that's just not happening, Chief. So, what's next, Super Call X? Well, I'll gladly tell you. The next stream playthrough has already been decided for me, personally, and I'll explain what that game is in just a short moment. For now, we need to bring this journey to a close. And that concludes this most secret of tales. Well then, I'd say that's enough storytelling for today. This story contains the hopes and dreams of many fine people. Keep it close to your heart and cherish it. That I will, my friends. That I will. What's that? You want to know why I alone know this tale that no one knows? You listened to the whole story and never figured it out? I'm going to say the narrator is assumed. You missed the whole point. Jeez, what's wrong with you? I suppose I'll have to tell the whole story all over again. You best learn to show my brush the respect it deserves. Anyway, I'm tired. Let's call it a day. If you're eager to hear more, I can tell you the rest of the story some other time. I want to hear it now, dang it. Until then, do your best to live up to the heroes I told you about. It's time to roll this scroll up and give it a title. Ōkami Amaterasu's Adventure. Come back again, okay? Until next time. And there we go. That's the end, folks. What's our final rating going to be? That is going to be the million-dollar question. I'm going to say not perfect in the slightest, because those boss fights were anything but fabulous. And I'm guessing this additional credit sequence is for the developers during the HD Remaster's development. So those at Hexadrive and other places like that. So, there you go. Just some additional credits, which of course I will be showing off. And unfortunately, it is being played in silence, which, hey, better than sitting in silence for over 30 minutes. Am I right? Or am I right? But at least you get a freaking trophy for sitting through the entire 30-minute sequence. And for those who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. For those who don't know, I'm talking about Sonic Colors Ultimate. AKA the D-Master of the original beloved game. Now then, what are my overall thoughts when it comes to this particular game? Like I mentioned before, it was a wonderful time re-experiencing this game, and there really is no other game like it. And I'm really happy to have been able to go on this journey with you folks. I'm sorry it took a bit longer than expected, especially with the time management not being all that great. But regardless, I had a wonderful time. And we just got the cherry trees, or just the regular trees. Overall, not bad. Total results: 56 days passed, 148 saves, final playtime over 39 hours, no deaths, 874 enemies defeated, gained a lot of yen. Ooh, that's a lot of demon fangs. Praise earned. And yeah, that's basically it. There is something else that I am missing though, and I think that involves completing basically everything in the game. In other words, 100%ing it. So yeah, if you want a full cherry tree rating on every single thing on this final results screen, not only do you have to defeat a whole bunch of enemies, collect a lot of yen, find a lot of demon fangs, earn as much praise as possible, but you cannot die throughout the course of your entire playthrough. No death! And believe me when I say, playing through this game and not dying, it's really easy. Especially if you keep your healing items intact. I mean, really. They're there for a reason. Use them! But anyway, our final playtime for this journey is 39 hours, 22 minutes, 44 seconds. Granted, this is going to be before I do my own personal New Game Plus run and try to clean up the remaining trophies for the game. Even so, I had a really wonderful time playing through and experiencing this entire game from start to finish. I know I ran around like a headless chicken throughout, but even so, it was still a wonderful time and I enjoyed the journey. I hope you all enjoyed it too. So, let's proceed. Congratulations, barking up the cherry tree! Earn a cherry tree rank on each and every single one in the total results screen. Hell yeah! And I got a present from Misoon. What do we got? Obtain a Charismatic Transformer 1. In other words, we get to change our skin in New Game Plus. Same here. And Charismatic Returner. Ooh, cool. I'm guessing these were the original designs for Ōkami before the final design was decided upon. We also got ourselves another Starry Bead. Ceramic Transformation or Transform 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. And I believe that is it. Oh, we also got number 7, which I believe that's our Godhood transformation. I'm not sure. We also got number 8, which makes us look like our statue form just before we were resurrected at the start of the game. Number 9 is our quote-unquote realistic form, aka the one that was shown in the original reveal trailer for Ōkami back on the original PlayStation 2, which is pretty damn awesome. And the secret theater has been added to the gallery. Whatever that means. You can save the game here. This save file will be used to start your new adventure. Saving to a new file instead of overwriting is recommended. Would you like to save the game? Hell yes! And like I mentioned before, I am putting this in a brand new save file. File 5! $5 foot long. Sorry, I had to do it. There we go. And upon loading that particular save file, this means you will be able to start a New Game Plus run. So you'll be able to carry over a good number of things from your original playthrough to your new one. From what I was able to recall, when it came to the original PS2 release, like I said, you were able to carry over almost everything from your entire arsenal. You were not able to carry over your final tier of weapons, so your final glaive, your final reflector, as well as your final set of beads, whatever the hell they're called. Rosemary's, that's it. Anywho, what are the presents from Misoon again? Oh. Re-enter the block scene. What's this about? Is this a replay of the credit sequence? Oh, okay, I see. So here we can view concept art of all the characters, monsters, environments, and heck, we can even view high-resolution bestiary too. So that's actually pretty cool. So all those pictures that we saw throughout the course of the game, now we can view any single one of them that we encountered in full detail. So like this, for example, we can view this. That's pretty creepy. And of course we can push the left-hand side of the touchpad to get a full view of that particular piece of concept art. So that's pretty awesome. I love that reward. So as far as concept art on the characters, let's take a look and see. So we have Amaterasu Concepts 1, which all the different designs of Ōkami well before her final design was chosen, which I gotta say, this is quite an extensive gallery. And let me tell you something, I don't remember unlocking the gallery at all in any playthrough I've done of this game back on the original PlayStation 2. Then again, maybe this wasn't a thing in the original PS2 release, but who knows? Even so, I really like what I'm seeing here with all the different concepts of Ōkami well before her final design was chosen. I especially love this blue design right here. I wish there was an alternate skin that you can select. You know, a similar thing also is a thing with Kratos back in the original God of War, where he originally had blue tattoos as opposed to red. And I think it was a skin that you could play with if you happen to unlock it. I could be wrong, but whatever. All these different illustrations and concept art is really, really fascinating. It's just really, I really do appreciate the fact that these developers leave these different pieces of concept art behind just to allow us, the players, to unlock them and just see what was it like behind the curtain? What was it like developing the game? And it's truly underappreciated, especially nowadays. And it's honestly something I really wish that the Pokemon franchise would do on their own. Sure, the kids may not appreciate it, but us adults, oh, hell yeah, we would most definitely love it in a bag of chips. Hell, the artists especially would love these concept arts. Remember that Giga Leak that happened all that time ago when the beta designs for Mudkip, Trico, and Torchic were originally revealed? Yeah, one of those designs was a bunny rabbit with a little inner tube as a part of their body, which if I had to guess, from that point in time, were later reused. So the inner tube, the inner tube was later reused. I think I'm going to say was reused for Buizel in their flotation sack, and the bunny itself later became Score Bunny. I could be wrong, but hey, that's my theory. Yeah, concept art is your favorite kind of reward for completing a game. 110% agreed with you there, Metoid. 110%. Anywho, let's take a look at Isun's concept art. Let's see. We got some really nice looking designs. One of them kind of makes him look like Omar from Pikmin. And the one kind of looks like him walking around in a little robot. Neat. That's actually pretty interesting. Also love the little hat in its original design as well. And this is closer to his final design, including different beetle hats. Neat! And we got some concept art for Susanoo, which I'm definitely glad we got the final design that we have here. The concept art is really interesting to see, that's for sure. All of his different incarnations well before he became Susanoo that we know and love. And as far as other designs, we have Kushi from her initial design all the way to her final design, and so much more. I mean, we have, excuse me, we're only 2 hours and 6 minutes into this session. Might as well go over and see what else we could find in this character gallery. The Mr. Orange concept is, excuse me. Yeah, this is kind of interesting, especially the one on the top right. That looks closer to his final design. The one in the middle, he kind of looks like a Sage from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In fact, he kind of looks like the Light Sage from that game. And of course we have the Miss Orange concept art, which looks interesting. Although looking at her concept design, comparing it to her final design, doesn't look like much has changed as far as her initial looks are concerned. There were some things that were changed here and there, but from what I'm able to detect and notice, not too much has changed. So that's pretty neat. So we have Sakura's concept art here, and here, and wow, I gotta say, again, not much changed between her initial design and her final design. So that's pretty neat. First off, we have, next we have Mushi and his mother. I gotta love that little face that he makes in that colored sketch there. That's pretty funny. Now we have Kukari's concept art before his final design, and you know, that one design right there with the snot hanging out, it really reminds me of this one kid from The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker in the Windmill Isle that would chase Link around if you happen to get near him. Yeah, pretty interesting. You got I mean, I gotta admit, this really did take a lot of inspiration from The Legend of Zelda, and it truly made that concept its own, and that's something I can truly appreciate. As far as the concept art of Kokiri is concerned, or Kokiri, I'm gonna say Kokiri. You know what? Let's just go with that. A lot has changed from his initial design to his final, so overall, definitely like the fact that they finally stuck with the design, and it actually works out really well. Now we have Kurade, and again, it doesn't seem like much has changed from his original design here. Pretty interesting. Same with Sleepy the Bear. Although it is kind of interesting to see that he's standing on a couple of different things here. Neat. Now we have Camille's concept art. Yeah, and Camille's concept art. We got quite a lot here. Madame Fawn's design is again one of those concepts that really didn't change all that much from the initial design. When we look at the colored sketch, the only thing that really changed there at that particular moment was her outfit color. The rest of the design remained intact, which is pretty neat. And as far as the actual sketches themselves, yeah, changes definitely needed to be made. But hey, it's much appreciated nonetheless. Now we have Origiri Sensei. Kinda wish we had his concept art as well, but his final design is perfectly fine. And speaking of his final design, it looks like his concept art is still hidden within the sketches themselves. As you can see, he actually looks like a proper samurai. Again, pretty dang neat. Now we have Tampa's concept art, which again, he really does remind me of Captain Usopp from One Piece. I mean, look at him and then look at Usopp and tell me they are not the same picture. I mean, it's merely coincidental. Especially in the concept phase. If you look at the different pieces of concept art from the left-hand side, you can definitely tell he's been through quite a number of design changes. That top hat would have been nice to see in his final design, but hey, that kind of would have gotten away, and it also would not have fit all that well with his final design and his overall aura. You know? I'm just saying, that's just me and my personal opinion. Now we have Ida and Hayate, and I swear, one of them looks like a frickin' Terrence, or Terrence. My god, Terrence and Phillip from South Park. Yeah, I'm not kidding. They look just like him. Really neat. Here we have Princess Fuse's design and her concept art, and Yatsu's concept, and his final design, which, again, not much has changed other than his hairstyle, the overall length, and his shirt color. Everything else remained relatively the same in between the initial concept design and the final. So, overall, pretty dang neat. Also, if it looks like I'm going at like 2 frames a second, as if I'm in the world of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on the Switch 1, that's because my camera is being a bit picky when it comes to the lighting. It's like shifting itself into maximum overdrive because the lighting here is not exactly all that good right now. In fact, it's about to rain, and it's about to storm. Anywho, now we have the designs for the K9 Warriors, which, believe it or not, as you can see here, they were not originally K9s. They were humans. In fact, if I have to make a bet here, they were probably originally demi-humans, much like the ones who we thought were interacted with back in Kamui. So, all in all, that's pretty interesting to see the K9 Warriors' original designs. Here we have Mr. Bamboo and his design, which that's pretty funny how his bamboo just happens to hit him on the head during the sketch, so that's neat. And we have Kaguya's concept art. You know, I kind of wish we heard from her during the prayer, but hey, she's someplace somewhere, back on her home planet. But anyway, it's pretty neat to see her design go through quite a shift between her original design and her final design. And to be fair, I'm definitely happy with the fact that they gave her a bit of a hybrid design between giving her a traditional kimono and that of an alien creature, rather than making her just flat out an alien astronaut. You know, because that would not have fit all that well with the original Japanese theme of which this was going for. So, again, applause for the character designers in that regard. Now we have the Sparrow Clan concept art, and quite a bit has changed when it comes to their initial design, which, as you can see, they were originally just flat-out birds like everyone else. And at one point in time, they were humanoid and grew taller, until eventually they were settled to be a bit on the tiny side, while being, like this. And, I'm really glad they kept this final design. Okay, this is the final design. My mistake. Although their concept design number 2 is actually not too far from their final design, so there you go. Pretty neat. Now, next we have Mr. Cutter's concept art and what he originally looked like. And we also have the same for Mrs. Cutter. And yeah, this is their final design. As you can see, quite a bit has changed between their initial design and their final design. Pretty neat, don't you think? Now we have Yoshi, and not to be confused with Yoshi. Maybe it is Yoshi. Maybe that's the pronunciation. Well, whatever. This is his original design. And we also have Waka's concept, which, my lord, the second sketch to the bottom left, wow. He definitely looks to be a free spirit. I'm definitely glad they changed that design out in the final game. Like, holy guacamole. So we have his first final design and his second final design, which, as was revealed during the final boss fight, which, again, is really dang neat. Here we have Himiko's concept, which, from what I'm able to notice here, there's not a whole lot that changed between her original design and her final design, so pretty awesome. Now we have Ryo's or Rao's, let's go with Ryo, her original design, her concept art, as well as her final art right here. And looking at the different depictions and the sketches that we have, it seems like the one on the far right is closer to her final design as opposed to the one on the left. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but still, just saying, kind of crazy that she went through such a design change. And honestly, it's all for the better, because if she kept that one design on the far left, then we definitely would have had problems covering the game, especially if she was on screen, if you can catch my drift. Anyway, now we have Yama and Umi, which pretty interesting concepts. We have Benki's concept art, and as well as his final design. And judging by the concept art and the final design, doesn't look like a whole lot has changed between the concept and the final. The only difference I seem to notice is his eyebrows and also his outfit. Other than that, that seems to be about it. Next we have Gen's concept and also their final design. Call me crazy, but I don't remember Gen. Or Jen, whatever. Probably not important. Anywho, we have the Emperor next. And here's his final design. And judging by the outfit between the original concept and the final design, doesn't look like a whole lot has changed. It's just that the center ship was removed from his waist side and has instead, he just kept the ship on top of his head. So, that's pretty neat. And I also noticed that he has a different hat in general from his original concept. It was originally a gemstone, rather than the ship, as you see there. Now we have the Carpenters, Pickpocket Hayazo. Too bad I never found him. Oh well. I'll find him again in due time. Now we have Mr. Flowers concept art, and my lord, the one on the top left-hand corner, the second sketch that we see here, he really is giving off vibes of that, I think Mr. Clover, or whatever the hell his name is. He's the Clover guy from One Piece, who was the head researcher in Oha. I probably mispronounced that name horribly, but you get the idea. It's the place where Nico Robin was originally from. In other words, it was her mentor before he unfortunately got, the axe. But anyway, as far as this Mr. Flower's final design, I gotta admit, he really went through a lot of design changes between his initial concept and the final. And honestly, I feel as though a hybrid could have been better suited for him. Like the little flower on top of his head could have been better utilized in his final design instead of the cherry blossom tree on top of his head. But that's just me. Still, most of his design is perfectly fine. I'm happy with it. Now we have Blossom and Papa final as far as their design. Oshima. Definitely a very, very different design. Especially that hairy one on the lower right-hand corner. My god. He looks like something. I feel like it's familiar, yet I cannot recall it off the top of my head. What is it? But even so, quite a lot of design changes throughout the development of Ōkami. Now we have Miss Oshima's concept, and as well as their final design right here. Neat. Now we have the bullies that bullied that poor man. And of course we have Otome and Wada's concept, as well as their final design. Looking at the different concept arts between the two, it doesn't look like a whole lot has changed other than the fins, and also the outfit for the queen in particular. As for the king, he got a different hat, as well as a somewhat different accessory, if any at all, which, according to his final design right here, I think that's just a part of his head and not an accessory. So, who knows? Even so, still nice to see. And it's starting to pour down rain, like nobody's business right now. I saw that coming. And anyway, dancers and their concepts, security guards. Ooh, Uki's concepts. The one on the far left looks like one that was drawn by a child. Even so, I like the design. It's pretty cute. If Oki had a child, that would definitely be him. That would be their son, 100%. As far as the sketch design in the middle, that's actually pretty close to his final design. The colored sketch on the right, however, nowhere near as close. Now for his final design, I really do like the final design a lot, and I'm definitely glad they changed it overall, because him looking like the one colored sketch on the far right, it would have been a bit awkward. Now we have Kai and Laika's concept arts and what they originally looked like, as well as their final design. Gotta admit, that's pretty neat, especially considering that we don't really see Laika's face at all throughout the course of the game. And I think even if you do try to take the game out of balance with like a free roaming camera, you can't see Laika's true face, as her mask, or their mask rather, I believe is just a part of their face texture. So, there you go. Anywho, next we have Kamui and their concept, and their final design. They really went through a lot of different design changes throughout the course of development. Even had a frickin' belly button at one point. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh wait, he still has it. I'm cuckoo. Don't mind me. I am not paying attention. Anywho, next we have Tuskull's concept and her final design. And honestly, it doesn't look like a whole lot has changed, except she's been given a mask and a couple of owls. So, that's pretty neat. Next, we have Semiko and his design. And we have Ishaku's concept well before he had his final design. And to be fair, I'm really happy that we did end up getting his final design as seen here, because this one, though he still maintains his aura when it comes to his age, his overall aura in general is not as intimidating or as wise as his final design, especially with that beetle design on the top of his head. I'm just saying, the outfit really completes his look, in my opinion. Now we have the Punkles themselves and what they originally looked like. And let me tell you, there's quite a lot here. Gotta love the little warrior design, that's for sure. That's pretty cute, not gonna lie. Now we have Nagi's design on what he originally looked like. Or maybe it's more so his final design in like different sketches and forms. Now we have Nami's concept, which is kind of funny considering that whatever her name was in the current timeline, she looks a lot like Nami. Could be her descendant. And of course we have her design in her concept and final. And judging by the design, not much has changed, except for the outfit. The outfit color changed slightly, so that's pretty neat. And I know I've been saying that a lot, but still, it is really neat seeing all the different concept arts and what they looked like before they were given their final designs. I've said this before, and I'll say it again until my face turns blue. I love concept art. I love it a lot. Next, we have a new Shi, and we have some ending illustrations. Ooh, pretty. Oh, that's really nice. Looks like the queen of the Dragon Palace had a little baby. Next, we have the Canine Warriors, who's left over there at the base of operations. Gotta say, pretty cool. And of course, we have the ending illustration number 4 for Susanoo that we saw during the ending sequence. And that's adorable. He is a little baby boy. Aww, I love him. I wonder what his name is. Maybe he'll appear in the Ōkami sequel. Who knows? Only time will tell in that regard. Now we have some design images for the game. Let's see. Oh, I gotta say, they all look really, really nice. I definitely love that. I mean, we have all the different designs for all the different celestial gods of whom we encountered throughout our entire journey. From beginning to end, it truly is a marvelous masterpiece. And that's basically all the characters. As far as monsters are concerned, I wonder how many there are. There are 6 pages in total, and apparently there's a bit of a manga here? Let's see. Yeah, there is a manga. Unfortunately, it is in Japanese, so I can't read it even if I wanted to. Sure, I could run this through Google Translate, but really, I think it would be a better idea to pick up an actual physical copy of the manga, if you possibly can. I don't even know if it's still in print, or if it became out of print years back. Even so, still interesting to see, and if I have to guess purely by these depictions of the manga itself, I may not be able to read what the characters are saying, but judging by the pictures themselves and what I'm able to figure out, this is probably depicting the events prior to the beginning of Ōkami and their journey. In general, I am not too sure. Maybe it depicts like more interesting information about the Celestial Plane and the war that took place there before everything went downhill, belly up, you know? That's my guess. I mean, that's all I'm able to figure out. Now we have the concept art of all the different environmental pieces throughout the entire game. And let me tell you something. It truly is a wonder looking at all the different pieces of concept art. And we have all the different designs of what these places originally were supposed to look like, as well as their final design. Which, ooh, boy, we have a lot to go through here. 8 pages worth, like, my lord. Cave of Nagi, River of the Heavens. We have 88 different pieces of concept art and different pieces of the environment to go through here. Sure, I could have gone through all the different monster pieces of monster concept art, but even so, I feel like that's a bit too many, and we've already went through all the different characters of the game, including all the major ones. Also, I love that cute little itty-bitty sketch of Ōkami right there. It looks so cute, it looks so chibi, it looks like one of them low poly pocket monsters, you know, from like Pokemon Rumble. Kinda looks like that. It's adorable. Anywho, of course we have all the different sketches and what these pieces of environment originally looked like, and also different sketches of all the different places that we've been throughout the course of the game, which, gotta say, that's pretty cool. Eventually we will start rolling over all the different places that were originally cut, although they were later redesigned from what I could tell. So here we have the Old Gale Shrine, and I believe this is the more current one, the Inner Chamber. So here we have the Shrine of Rejuvenation, which was cut from the original game. The old home of Princess Fuse, which, yeah, definitely interesting to see. It originally had a well instead of a lake, or a little pond-like area. Here we have the Cutter House, the original design of that place. Same with the Flower House and the Sasa Sanctuary. Wow, doesn't look like a whole lot changed there. Here we have Kaguya's rocket at Sasa Sanctuary and what it originally looked like before its final design. Here we have Cyan City, and I gotta say, that's a hell of a view. That's for sure. Love the concept art, for sure. Here we have a nice map of the aristocratic quarters for Cyan City, as well as the commoner's corner, or quarter. My god, I can't read. Here we have Himiko's Palace, the first original design, or the first part of it. Here we have the second part, Yama's Restaurant. Interesting. Looked to be a hell of a lot bigger than what it originally was. Here we have the Carpenter's House, Miss Chi's house. Chi, like tea. Or tea. Anywho, we have the Money Storage Storehouse, Mr. Bamboo's house. This is what it originally looked like. Hell, I don't think we even went to his house throughout the course of the entire game. So I think that place it just got cut. Then again, maybe I'm misremembering and it actually exists somewhere. Who knows? Here we have Deshima, which was cut from the game. Cyan City's House of Waka exterior, which, believe it or not, we actually went there at some point in the game. Man, that rain really is coming down. It is going like boosh. Man, oh man, I really hope I don't lose power here. But even if I do lose power, it won't be the biggest deal in the world because I am recording this in .mkv, which allows the data to be retained even in the event of a power outage or a blue screen. Anywho, let's keep going. Let's keep looking at these different pieces of concept art here. We have Tao Headquarters, which was cut from the original game. And here we have the Emperor's Body, aka the Boss Arena. Now we have the Sunken Ship exterior. Wow. More stuff here, like the weapon storage, the cargo bay, And we also have some Japanese text in the lower left-hand corner here, which I'm sure translates to something. As far as what that is, I don't know. I don't know Japanese. I can't read Japanese. And even if I were to use something like Google Translate to take a picture, I don't even know how accurate it would be. Same with Deep L as well, which is another translator I use too. Whenever Google Translate decides that, I don't feel like translating anything, or it translates into something that clearly was not supposed to be translated. But anyway, we have the slime creature of the sunken ship, Ushima's house on Royuma's coast. We have the exterior of the Dragon Palace, the interior, the second part of the interior, and we also have a turtle submarine. Interesting. This was originally going to be a part of the game, but that got cut. If I have to guess what this was originally for, my guess is that this was how we were supposed to originally reach that water dragon that was terrorizing everyone before we decided to go nom 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 delicioso. But anyway, here we have another design of the Dragon Palace which got cut, which, you know, to be fair, I'm definitely glad we got the final design for the Dragon Palace as is. As cool as this place looks, I do prefer the final design. And again, another look at the original Dragon Palace, and another design later down the line. And yeah, this one looks really complex. So I guess they scaled down the original Dragon Palace because, as crazy as it sounds, they were probably behind schedule and they need to cut some corners somewhere. Anywho, we have the Water Dragon interior next, and wow, this looks quite mystifying. Just like in the game itself. Here we have the interior where the Dragon Orb is, and we have Oni Island. Neat. There's Oni Castle on Oni Island. Oni Island Puzzle 1. I think this originally had different puzzles as opposed to Race to the Finish, you know? Which, again, makes sense considering what we had to do throughout the course of the palace as we traversed our way through. And of course we have the Ninetales Battle Arena at the top of Oni Island. And Red Moon, Red Stars on the Oni Island. Gotta say, that's pretty dang neat. We have Enkoku Temple, the sketch of it. Cat Call Tower, which, wow, that is a big, big tower. I mean, it was big in the final game, don't get me wrong, but did I go over the next Let's Playthrough or playthrough yet? I have not. I have not, Super Colix. And here we have the origin mirror between its original design and the final design. And that's kind of interesting to see that the origin mirror really got cut down as far as its design is concerned. It used to look a bit more complex, but I guess that's where the ultimate mirror came into play, where it had a more complex design. So we have more of the origin mirror sketches here and what it originally was going to look like, and to be fair, I'm definitely a bigger fan of its final design. It just looks a lot more unique versus its sketches and its original design, as you can see right here in the concept art. It just makes more sense to me. Just makes it that much more whimsical, in my opinion. Here we have the Ancient Ruins sketch, Ruins Observatory, and Webker. Neato. Still got a bit more to go before we reach the end of this set of concept art. Here we have Punko Village, the Spirit Gate in Yoshibet, Wawaku Shrine in the Ice Dungeon, and the Dungeon Sketch. Wow, this definitely looked a heck of a lot different between its sketch and final design for sure. Now we have the Puzzle Room, which really didn't change all that much. I also hate this Blizzard machine. I seriously do. Like, really, come on now. And I guess it also had a different solution too, which, yeah, that's fair. And of course we have the boss battle for the place. It's a boss battle sketch arena, which, yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. Here we have the Ark of Yamato's exterior, the interior of the Ark, and of course the Ark of Yamato's lunar runes, and the boss fight itself. There we go. That's all the different concept art that we were able to go through and look over. Now then, as far as other presents from Masoon, we can listen to all the different music throughout the game. And let me tell you, there's quite a bit here. And I think it's divided by category. So if we want to listen to something like from the Ark of Yamato, we can just select that particular category, listen to the song. Wait, we have reset the thank you version. I don't know what that is, but I'm not going to play it just because I feel like that would be copyrighted, and I don't want to do that right now. I'll have to investigate that on my own, but if I have to guess, the reset thank you version, I think it's the instrumental version of the song Reset. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. If anyone has any ideas as to what that is, please feel free to let me know. Anywho, as far as other songs that we can play, let's take a look here. Sweet. So again, if you want to listen to all the different songs that play throughout the course of the game, you can do so here from Presents from Masoon, which is pretty neat. And Video Treasure Chest, what this is, this allows you to view the internal company presentations for both version A and version B of Ōkami. So I believe this was the original reveal trailer for Ōkami, and this was the second reveal trailer, which was shown to the public. I don't know. But I'm not going to play either one of those because I believe those are copyrighted. So again, not going to play them. Let's see. Ōkami Demons Gallery Scroll. Zoom in and out on high-resolution images of demons and view a long scroll with explanations. Oh, so in other words, we can read through all the different demon scrolls, and if you happen to have Google Translate on you, you can translate this Japanese text into English if you happen to know what you're doing. And apparently we're getting some Japanese narration. Again, I really wish I knew what this guy was saying. Subtitles would be nice. But no, apparently we can't have nice things. But, anywho, if you want to read through this entire scroll, you have to read it from right to left. Just like a traditional Japanese manga. So instead of reading from left to right, like us filthy Americans, or those of us who live in the West, you do have to read it from right to left. And read it from the top right down to the lower left. That's how it works. That's how you read manga, as well as I believe that's how this entire scroll is read. And also you may have noticed some Japanese kanji written in a vertical format. Well, believe it or not, I believe that is how the Japanese text is typically written. So instead of being written from right to left or from left to right, it's written from up to down. More so in the vertical plane as opposed to a horizontal plane. Why that is, I don't know. I'm just a filthy casual who knows absolutely nothing when it comes to Japanese culture. Even so, I still find it pretty neat, nonetheless, that this scroll is even here with all the Japanese kanji and things like that. And also, I know I'm going through this rather quickly, but I just wanted to show off basically everything that is here. all the different beasts and things like that, and that's the end of the scroll. Neato. And I'm starting to get a bit of a weird vision in my head right now, like everything is still scrolling. I guess that's what I get for staring at a scroll for so long. But anyway, let's return to the title screen. And I don't think we can get any more Demon Fangs out of this loading screen. But, anywho, I haven't really mentioned this yet, and I haven't really gotten around to doing so, but the next stream playthrough, like I've already mentioned during the credit sequence, has already been decided quite some time. It's been decided for quite some time now. And the next game I'm going to be doing a stream playthrough of is going to be Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. The reason why I want to do that game next is because, well, because I want to, for one. Two, I completed the game a few months back. And three, because it's been a very, very long time since I played a Luigi's Mansion game. I did do a traditional Let's Play of the original Luigi's Mansion back on the GameCube many years ago, but I haven't touched the sequel or Luigi's Mansion 3 since, at least in the playthrough format. I have played through all three games, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to doing stream playthroughs and things like that, I haven't touched them yet, and that's what we're going to be playing next. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is going to be the next game that I'm going to be covering on my YouTube and Twitch channel, respectively. So, before we bring this playthrough to a close, there is a theory that I want to test out, which, of course, is New Game Plus. Like I mentioned before, there are several things that do get carried over from one playthrough to the next. And from what I'm able to tell right away from the Final Select screen, whatever Sun Fragments you've collected, that does not carry over from one playthrough to the next. You have to reacquire those all over again. Another thing that also doesn't carry over is your Celestial Brush techniques. You have to reacquire them throughout the course of the game, which, yeah, that's a given, and that makes perfect sense. And also, I believe New Game Plus save files are marked in red, in like this red scroll that sparkles. So if you were to save the game during a New Game Plus run, it would show up like this. And I believe the same would hold true on the original PlayStation 2 release. So that's something to keep in mind. Anywho, let's check out New Game Plus and see what carries over from playthrough to playthrough. Now, shall we? And, of course, the initial cutscene will play again, aka the intro. So, thankfully, we can skip the cutscenes very easily just by pushing the right-hand side of the touchpad. Just mash through it, and bada bing, bada boom, we're able to skip the cutscenes. Okay, let's skip through, and here we are. We're in the game, we have most of our weapons, and just as I thought, like I've mentioned previously, our final tier of weapons do not carry over from playthrough to playthrough. So we'll have to reacquire the final tier of weapons all over again throughout the course of the game. And also certain tablets, like the aforementioned water tablet that I bought, yeah, sadly, that does not carry over. Just like the original PlayStation 2 release. Gosh dang it. I was really hoping to have been able to carry that with me. The fire tablet, I understand, but the water tablet, why is it that I can buy that on the Ark of Yamato and not really use it outside of its initial play space without hacking it into my inventory? I don't get it. Then again, maybe you can buy it outside the Ark of Yamato, and I'm just going crazy. Either way, you can choose to equip a new primary weapon or a sub-weapon, however you see fit. So really, when it comes to your gold dust management, prioritize leveling up these weapons within the first four. The first four weapons of each category, and then upon acquiring the last three pieces of gold dust, save those for your final weapons. Because if you don't, then you're going to regret it. because I believe even after you reacquire those weapons, they revert back to their original forms. So in other words, they're pre-upgraded states. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. As far as what else carries over, all of your tools that you had previously, you do get to carry those with you, including whatever transformations you happen to have acquired at the end of the credit sequence. So we have Alter's physical form, great for a change of pace on a long journey. So we have all the different forms here. Let's take a look at this one, which I can't really see all that much here. I think we would get a better view if we happen to... I think we'll get a better view if we'll get a better view once we go inside the tree. And of course we can't use our celestial brush powers yet because, well, this is the beginning of the game. Hello? Anyone home? Hello? Okay, now we can get a better view of all the different transformations. So let's take a look at the first one here. First one, I think has a slightly different tail orientation from what I'm able to figure out here. Yeah, that's basically it. That's the first transformation. You just have a curly tail. You have a curly tail and it curls straight up. Kind of like a certain dog breed that I can't think of off the top of my head. Now then, as far as other transformations, we got this one, Karmic Transformation number 2. We look like a big chungus, a big poofy doggy. I love that. That's too cute. It looks like Ōkami ate a little too much, if you can catch my drift. Oh my god, those certain people are gonna have a freaking field day with this one. I'm just saying, if you're into poofy things, boy, you're gonna love it. Now we have transformation number 3, which this is what Ōkami normally looks like whenever she uses up all of her celestial brush techniques and all of her powers. So there's that. Now for transformation number 4, we have this one that makes her look like a freaking bulldog, or makes her look more like Stan, aka the dog from Cat Icarus, aka a very, very good bouncy boy. Gotta say, that's pretty neat. Alright, next we have transformation number 5. And as you can see, and you undoubtedly noticed, that the transformations are not reflected on the equipment screen or anything like that. So, let's see, number 5. Number 5, she looks so cute, she looks so adorable, I love her. I want to hold her, give her lots of pets. Now we have this big boy right here, or should I say big girl. I just noticed now that her barks change with each transformation. Neat! How did I not realize this? So her original bark is going arf, arf, arf. This one is more high-pitched. As far as the next transformation, which was this big boy right here. It's like a little Pomeranian. That's cute, and that's hilarious too. Number 3, we have, I think it's more the same as the original form, just seems to be a little bit deeper. Can't really tell. Okay, number 4. I'm big. I'm intimidating. I go bork, bork, bork. Okay, what was this one again? I love this. I love this so much. I love the different transformations that you can do. In fact, now that I'm really thinking about it, I think the transformations can only be used during New Game Plus. Also, I'm pretty sure these do not affect Ōkami's hitbox whatsoever, so you don't need to worry about that at all. Now we have this form, which, funny enough, is reflective of her true ultimate form. So if you really do want to look like a holy dog god, then this is the transformation for you. It has the default bark, but still, you look like a god. And you bark like a god. Now for this one. More the default bark, but you look like your statue counterpart from earlier on in the game. So, neat, I guess. Now for the realistic one. If this isn't a stylistic clash, I don't know what is. Still, pretty interesting to see. We have a realistic, floofy-looking Ōkami just running around a world of paint and ink. Which, funny enough, this was what Ōkami was originally supposed to look like back on the original PlayStation 2. Kind of funny, don't you think? I also noticed that we now have over 2 million yen. And yeah, that yen that we acquired at the end of the playthrough, that was what we managed to carry forward with us. That was another thing that was able to carry forward from our first playthrough to the second. We also have our total demon fangs as well, so that's pretty cool. Which, again, I really, really freaking wish I could have carried over my freaking, water tablet. But no, I can't do that. Not unless I hack the game. Or if I'm playing the game on Steam and I could just add it to my inventory just like that, like bing bang boom. Just, if you plan on doing that, don't do it during your first playthrough. That would kind of ruin the fun. I'm just saying. It would be a better idea to do it during a New Game Plus run, just to make things that much more interesting. And of course, obviously, we carry over all of our information from our, okay, never mind. Not from our logbook, but I do know that we carry everything forward from our travel guide. Our animal tome also carries over, I believe. Yes, indeed. Although our percentage is reset to 0 on the New Game Plus file, which is pretty obvious. Fish tome. Whatever fish you caught during your previous playthrough will show up here. Just, again, the counter for every single one of these fish is reset to 0. So keep that in mind. Treasure tome is the same as well, so whatever treasures you acquired will show up here. Kind of interesting that I still have not acquired every single treasure in the game to complete the treasure tome. But hey, it is what it is. The bestiary, that does carry over from playthrough to playthrough. And of course, we have all the different incarnations of all the different monsters whom we fought throughout the course of the game. And of course, we can read up on all the different pieces of information on each and every single one of these monsters whom we fought up to this point, and throughout our entire journey. So that's pretty awesome. Move list. We have all the different moves that we can acquire here, and it looks like we're still missing quite a number of these. If I have to guess and be a betting man, the moves that we acquired during our previous run, we still get to carry those from playthrough to playthrough? I'm not too sure. Then again, I'd have to take another look at the moves list in one of my previous save files. So, it might be a good idea to do that real quick. So, I'm just going to go ahead and make a save right here. But, after I make this save in slot 6, I'm going to go ahead and return to the title screen and reload one of my earlier save files, just to see if all those moves carried over from playthrough to playthrough. Then again, maybe only certain moves carry over, not all of them. Like, I think the poopy move is one of those moves. I'm not sure, but it's worth a look. So I'm going to go ahead and reload the first save file right here, which was the file I originally began the stream with. So, yay, Demon Thing. Although it doesn't really matter at this point, so let me go ahead and take a quick look at the move list. yeah, it seems like not every single move that you've acquired throughout the course of the game carries over from playthrough to playthrough. And those additional moves will have to be reacquired again during New Game Plus. So, some of these combo moves like the Reflector, 4 wins, 5 wins, etc., they carry over from playthrough to playthrough. However, other moves like Fleetfoot, Counter Dodge, and other things like that, I don't remember if they carry over or not. I don't know. But I do know that certain upgraded techniques like the Golden Fury, I don't remember if they do carry over from playthrough to playthrough or not. I know Hard-Headed does not carry over. Holy Falcon, I believe, does not carry over. Then again, I think it did. I wasn't paying 100% attention, not gonna lie, so that kind of stinks. Alright, let's go ahead and return to the title. And like I mentioned before, I think we've covered all of our bases here. And I think this is a good time as any to go ahead and call this a stream and bring this game to a close once and for all. Like I mentioned earlier, I really did enjoy my playthrough of Ōkami HD again, and I really enjoyed the journey. It's been a very, very long time since I've last played through the game, and I really enjoyed my time throughout the course of the entire journey. And like I mentioned before, I hope you enjoyed it as well, because it was kind of a first or a re-experience for me. Because I haven't played the game in so long, it was practically a blind playthrough, and it was like re-experiencing the whole game all over again. And I gotta say, that's a blessing within itself, you know? Re-experiencing a long-lost game that you haven't played in God knows how long, and just re-experiencing everything all over again, it truly is a wonderful feeling. Being able to experience a wonderful game such as this for the very first time once again is truly something magical. So, like I've mentioned, if you have not picked up Ōkami HD at all, I highly recommend that you do so. Buy the game on any current gen platform, including the Switch. Maybe Ōkami will come to the Switch too at some point in the future, but if you want the true definitive experience of the game, buy the game on Steam. Buy the game on Steam, restore the original reset song and credit sequence via mods, and just have the most definitive Ōkami experience of all time. So with that, folks, I bid you all adieu for today. This is General Snivy with Ōkami HD. Thank you all so much for watching and taking on this journey with me. The next time I play a game, it will be heading into a spooky, spooky place on the Nintendo Switch. I do not own a Switch 2 yet. I'm working on saving up for one, but it's going to take me several months before I can do so. But if you want to help me get my hands on one, feel free to leave a donation via my Ko-fi in the link down below in the description. And like I said, that's one way of doing it. Donating to me via Ko-fi. You can also choose to become a YouTube channel member. That also helps me financially too. You also get some pretty nice perks along the way, and you can also use some emotes on YouTube streams and YouTube premieres and stuff like that. So I'd say that's a win in my book. And if you're someone who watches Twitch streams only, then subscribing to me on Twitch not only grants you access to a good chunk of emotes, but also some really solid animated emotes as well, and ad-free viewing on my Twitch channel. So overall, a pretty solid package for only $4.99 a month. Or is it $5.99 a month? I know I set my YouTube memberships for $4.99 a month for like the middle tier. There's also a $2.99 tier, which I'm thinking about just dissolving. But still, it's there if you want to choose to support me that way. You will still get access to emotes and stuff like that and a personal thank you from me, but As far as other benefits are concerned, those are reserved from for the $4.99 tier and up. As far as Twitch tiers are concerned, as far as Tier 2 and Tier 3, you'll get access to their respective tiers of emotes, which I still need to design for yet. At least when it comes to my Pokemon OCs. For now, like I mentioned, this is the end of the game, the end of the playthrough, and the end of a pretty substantial journey, and a rather unique one at that. So, my friends, it's time to bring this wonderful journey to a close. This is General Snivy with more Ōkami HD and just Ōkami HD in general. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. Next time is going to be Luigi's Mansion 2 HD on the Nintendo Switch. It's going to be a fun journey, and I'm really looking forward to it. As far as whether or not I'm going to start it tomorrow or wait a little bit, it's to be decided. I'll figure it out sometime today. But regardless, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.